area where the Rockets and Warriors meet for the 5th time all time. 2 years old, playing in their first playoff series. Ben Post, folks, he's getting the start tonight, and Green and Şengün at the circle.
And with Quentin Post in the lineup, Alperen Şengün isn't guarding Moses Moody, who's not starting, and try to bring Steph Curry back to the ball. But they're going to run a lot more ball screens in this game with Şengün guarding Post.
Şengün stepped up, but it didn't matter. Podziemski knocked down the midi right over the top of him.
Well, there's an example, putting Şengün in ball screens and then with a nice mid-range pull-up by Podziemski.
So Green guarding Şengün to start the game, unlike Butler, who guarded him a couple of nights ago. Van Vliet has had a miserable series so far.
Vliet was 6 of 27 from the field coming into this game, 3 of 20 from 3 in this series before he knocked that down.
Green from the corner, that one hit the side of the backboard. And here comes Green. Surveys against Draymond Green, and it's knocked away from Şengün.
Got to be, I know he was sick in game 2, but I think Podziemski's got to be more aggressive on the offensive end, looking for his offense.
Suffered from food poisoning in game 2, played limited minutes. Van Vliet 2 for 2 from deep. And
you know, in game 1, Houston didn't shoot the ball well. Obviously lost game 1 in Houston to Golden State, but they had so many open shots. About 5 assists per game on the season.
Ime Udoka not worried about Fred Van Vliet when we asked him about it. Şengün inside, through the contact, couldn't convert.
Good,
here comes Curry.
Good vertical contest by Post with the basket.
Boy, look at the pickup point on Steph Curry out near midcourt. Post had a notion over to Green. Here's Podziemski, clean look from deep, got it.
But already he has been aggressive offensively, and Golden State needs that.
Van Vliet draws the foul. NBA Finals as a defense on Steph Curry during that series and hit timely buckets for the Raptors on their way to the win. Curry into the corner. Here's Green. Tries it from the other side. It comes off, and here comes Jalen Green. Back the other way. They hit ahead to Thompson, and he lost the hand. His family is in Detroit. They chose Detroit. Here's where the Warriors like to run their split cuts. Curry fires, and Şengün with the board.
That split action is so hard to guard. Quentin Post was setting the screen once the ball went into the post for Curry. And he's so good coming off that action. Doesn't need much time.
Kuminga fought around that screen, navigated it well on the hit ahead. Kuminga set it with his chest.
Give credit to Draymond Green. That was a great defensive possession for Golden State.
If there was ever a time for a rehabilitation of Jonathan Kuminga, this is it. This is his opportunity tonight with Butler out of the lineup. Van Vliet, pocket pass to Şengün. Fires it over Green, that's way off.
A really good job by Draymond Green to stay back, take away the drive, and then recover to really pressure that shot.
Here's Kuminga off the elbow, working against Jalen Green. 10 on the shot clock, gonna walk him down. Curry straightaway 3. Dylan Brooks leaked out. They didn't get to him in time. Here's Van Vliet. He blew a tire and lost the ball.
Take care of the ball as well.
Good trap in the corner on Green.
It reminds me of like Mike Singletary on the 85 Bears.
He anchors that defense on the low man help. And off the miss. Curry around the Green screen. Sprays it out to Podziemski.
That's what they really want in that random ball screen in transition, to be able to get those open corner threes. They just got to hit them.
Onto the block to Şengün. Kicks it back out to Brooks against Podziemski. And good deflection, good hands. The Golden State Warriors, their defense is run by assistant coach Jerry Stackhouse. They are number 2 in deflections during the regular season.
Well, they must have 5 deflections already in this game.
Feels like it. Kuminga with the in and out cross and left it on the front rim.
Now, Kuminga had 33 points against Houston in a game earlier this year. But one of the things he has to concentrate on in this game is not just looking for his own, but looking for ways to get Steph Curry open.
Green working against Podziemski. Good help by Draymond Green. Van Vliet pulls again. That one rims out. And we've got a Kevon Looney checking into the ball game for Steve Kerr. Inverted pick and roll action with Şengün and Van Vliet. Şengün inside, comes off, that total. Here's Şengün. Turns the corner on Looney, inside. Missed it, and the Warriors controlled. Been a very quiet first quarter for Steph Curry so far. But not for long. Off glass, off the window sheet.
Nobody picked up the ball, and there's not a more creative finisher around the basket in the league than Stephen Curry.
Brooks with the mid-range, got it. Brooks, the Sage veteran.
He's so good with those turnaround jumpers and knocks down a ton of threes. Really good 3-and-D guy. He's so physical.
Nice pass to Moody from Curry. Left it on the front rim. Here come the Rockets back the other way. Thompson on the baseline. One more to the corner. Van Vliet drives it. Working against Buddy Hield, who just checked in. Şengün likes to take that one-footed mid-range jump shot. This time, elects for the jump hook and knocks it home.
Golden double, Alperen Şengün, and Şengün has operated very successfully in that area. He had 26 in game 1, then he had 17 points, 16 rebounds in game 2.
Looney on the slip screen, whisked by Kerr as the adult in the room. Van Vliet right in Curry's chest. And he comes up with a steal. Suffocating defense. 3-on-1 the other way. The lob, the finish by the high flyer, Jalen Green.
Well, this is a good running team. They get out in transition, but Golden State has made them, for the most part, a half-court team. But you turn it over, you're not going to be able to guard that.
Moody touches the paint. Back out to Payton. Hield still trying to find his rhythm offensively. Payton with the three ball, not known as a three-point shooter. Another opportunity for Golden State. Hield, Butter.
It never fails. Houston had done a great job defensively on Buddy Hield. They just couldn't get the defensive rebound.
Hield went into a midseason shooting slump. Still ended up at 37% from deep on the season.
Yeah, he was averaging over 20 early in the season, but his numbers just kept going down month after month.
Jabari Smith, who was a big spark off the bench. He had 12 in the first half in the previous game. Looney converts on the tip, and the Warriors back to within one.
Well, Houston put 2 on the ball after that ball screen by Kevon Looney, but he did a great job of rolling right to the basket. Curry found it.
They blitz Green. They put 2 on the ball. Here's Van Vliet. Guarded by Hield. Shot clock already down to 6. Van Vliet over Hield with the mid-range, and it's pure.
Well, he is feeling it to 27 coming to this one. He's got 11 already.
Curry, a tough step back 3. Moody battling inside, but it comes off to Jalen Green.
But good activity, even though he didn't have inside position by Tari Eason.
Van Vliet playing a little bully ball inside. Eason with the follow, rebounded by Curry. And the Warriors out and running, filling the lanes. Got a whistle and a...
Much of a thing, but it's remarkable how smart players are in decelerating now.
Chris Paul first weaponized that move. Moody inside, knocks it home. Moses Moody has been a starter since
early season of messing with combinations, having to do a lot of different things to find the right way to win a game.
Hield couldn't get the bounce, and it comes.
Highs and lows. Obviously, their home crowd, their first home playoff game this year. So there's a lot of energy in the building tonight. We just got to stay composed and execute.
How do you take advantage of the non-Curry minutes here moving forward?
Well, you got to win them. So we got to stop turning the ball over, keep the ball out the paint, hit the glass on the other end. We'll be in good shape.
Fred, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, back to you.
An offensive rebound by Adams for the bucket.
Yeah,
as Golden State showed a little zone look there, Jay.
Yeah, it went 1-3-1, and Houston had 2 offensive rebounds in that.
And Golden State gives it away again. Van Vliet in transition. Rockets leading by 6. Whistle and
all that much. But when you play good defense, your first shot defense has been good. They've got to find a way to grab defensive rebounds, because this Houston team pounds the offensive glass.
Looks like they're back into man defense here. Curry all over Van Vliet. Thompson flashes to the free throw line, partially blocked by Post. Steph Curry conspicuous by his silence in that first quarter. Just 2 points on 1 field goal. Payton, Post, blocked inside, and it comes off to Van Vliet.
Well, Quentin Post is more of a perimeter shooting big man than he is a guy who's going to finish around the bucket.
Van Vliet missed the lefty lay, and there's Hield with a 2-on-1. Curry tried to get it back to Hield. A collision on the handback. Curry around the screen. Şengün blitzes. They got a 4-on-3 on the back end.
Good.
Boy, Steph Curry is being pinballed around that Houston defense. Kuminga out to a wide open Podziemski. That one a little bit strong and rebounded by the Rockets.
Podziemski did a really good job of relocating to get in the line of vision, but that's a shot he's got to make.
There's Van Vliet guarded by Kuminga on the wing. Şengün with a mismatch on Podziemski, going to try and walk him down into the paint. The jump hook is good.
Yeah, that's just so good with fakes, and it's impossible to speed him up.
On the kick out, Kuminga got a bird in the air on Brooks. Back to Payton. Good contest by Thompson. It didn't matter. Curry out here.
Well, with Curry getting so much attention, you're going to have openings. And Gary Payton II really took his time.
With just 21 points so far. Brooks spins and dishes. Smith from 12 fouled. And back in December and missed a lot of time. Regained his form late in the regular Milwaukee. For more on these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. Moody off the miss. Kuminga trying to take advantage of some run, getting some rare burn here in the absence of Jimmy Butler. If you're just joining us, Butler missing this game with a bruised gluteus muscle. Moody from the corner. Boy, that was halfway down and out.
Podziemski got into the lane. Golden State's getting some open shots. They're not knocking him down.
On the lob, Thompson.
Smith showing that length and athleticism with that vertical contest.
Boy, Şengün deferred to Smith. Had Podziemski on him. Smith missed the tip, and Podziemski with the defensive board.
Well, Podziemski is a good guard rebounder. He had 8 rebounds in game 1.
Kuminga with a wild shot off glass. With a little over 8 minutes to go, Van Vliet. Podziemski moving his feet well in space. Moody on Şengün.
Back him down.
Green came over to help and tilted the floor. 6 on the shot clock on the repost. Out to Smith, a clean look from deep, and it falls. Boy, he is times with Adams and Şengün.
Well, Jabari Smith is really talented. He started the first 33 games for Houston before he was injured, missed all that time, and he's really rounding back into form.
9-point lead, Brooks on the break. Şengün missed this year during the regular season and scoring in the post. Last year they ran a lot more of their offense through him as a hub. They've leaned into some of the other guys offensively this year. Working against Podziemski. Şengün spins. Left that short. Curry checked back into the game. Up to Kuminga.
Nice job by Tari Issa to take that away from Kuminga. I mean, Amin Thompson, his play at 40, which we should. It's utterly remarkable. But you can't forget that Steph Curry's doing all this at age 37.
Of course. And he says there's no player in the Terror Twins with him and Tari Eason. Dogged defenders. As he picks up Curry near midcourt. Good screen by Green. They show Curry 2. It caroms to Kuminga. Comes back to Steph. And a tough shot that is off the mark.
And great contest by Steven Adams. Everything's been difficult for Curry.
A play on. And a basket by Eason. Backcourt post with Draymond Green and Podziemski, the 5 on the floor for the Warriors. Green with the keep action. Podziemski against Smith.
Thompson face guarding Curry on the left side.
7 on the shot clock. Post drives the closeout by Adams. The jump hook comes off. Eason couldn't. There's the much needed rim pressure that they needed. And on the Timberwolves looking to even that series. The Countdown crew begins our coverage at 12:30 Eastern time. 9:30 a.m. on the West Coast. Nothing better than morning NBA buckets when you wake up. Curry trying to wake up the offense.
He just put the cape on that play.
Wow.
Left to right and right down the middle.
Green off the high ball screen. Podziemski sticks to him. Adams strategy by Steve Kerr.
Curry, and he will only not play 8 to 10 minutes in this ball game, according to Steve Kerr, Jonesy.
Yeah, there's no better player in shape than Steph Curry, though. Thompson to the rim. Got the tough shot off glass.
Well, if you're going to put Steven Adams at the line, you still have to grab the rebound. Wound up being a 3-point possession.
Thompson glued to Curry. On the switch, Green drives it in. Post with the offensive rebound. Another opportunity. Curry open from deep. Got it. The lead is down to 10.
Steph Curry after an offensive rebound.
Thompson working against Post. They targeted him in game 2. Smith drives against Hield. Tough pull-up is good. Good help off the bench.
He was the 3rd pick in the draft in 2022, the year that Paolo Banchero went #1 to Orlando. Such a talented player that's still figuring it out.
Okay, Buddy Hield. Coming into this year, nobody had made more threes in the NBA. Adams goes 2 for 2. Lead is at 11. Podziemski will bring it across.
Now Fred VanVleet guarding Steph Curry.
A little floppy action for Curry. Off glass, got it. Steph with he's up to 9.
Well, you try to top block against Steph Curry, he's just going to take it the other way, and he can move so quickly.
Dylan Brooks knocks down the long jump shot. He's got 5, playing with those 3 fouls. Podziemski inside. Draymond and 1. Offensively for Golden State. Lead down to 9. This is as much rhythm as they've had offensively so far today.
Well, sometimes you can establish an offensive rhythm by playing better defense.
Green rejects the screen from Thompson. Into the corner, Eason for 3. Post with the rebound.
Good job by Eason and Şengün just to corral Curry, bringing the ball up.
The pass to Draymond Green inside. Curry.
There's a 1-3-1 zone again for Golden State.
VanVleet, they hit the free throw line. That's the soft spot in the zone. And Şengün drops.
And then you've got the corners open, and then the lob.
He misses the set.
And this is not, talk about a low-scoring game,
What about
especially for Golden State. Golden State hadn't hit 100 in this series yet.
Hey, Jay, Thompson was in Curry's chest like bronchitis. Prevailing sentiment and what they think about number 30 as he knocks down the free throw. The lead down to 7 with 3 minutes to go in the opening half. VanVleet will bring it across. Curry up to 11. Thompson fakes the DHO to Şengün. Gets it back and knocks it down.
Quentin Post guarding Amen Thompson, and he gave him a lot of space. That Thompson's so athletic, he can take that up in a hurry.
Back to Green. Guarded by Eason. Curry came off the flare. The ball was kicked right to Jalen Green. Eason pulls the 3 ball, and he cashes out.
And then slipped right to the basket, but that little pocket pass by Draymond Green got picked off, and all of a sudden it's a 3 on the other end.
Wow, Steph, and got to the rim.
Need some stops.
Şengün out top, 1 more to the wing. VanVleet, Eason, remix. This one comes off, though, to Steph Curry. With pace into the front court. An audacious 3 comes off the rim.
Take those shots if they can't make them.
Yeah, coach. Like that. This one comes off, post underneath. With another opportunity, Hield with the 3. Got it! NBA players that have tried his workouts with Steph and haven't been able to finish it. Şengün on the low post.
He and Jalen Green have to be much more aggressive in this second half.
Still got a lot of tread on his tire. Almost had a steal there.
It was their defense. Despite a slow start on offense, their defense kept them in it. He added how they know they can guard these guys. And on offense, he says they got to do a better job versus their blitzes and do a better job spacing the floor.
Yeah, they held Houston to 38%, George, from the field in the first half. Jerry Stackhouse does a great job running Steve Kerr's defense. Here's Post out top.
Fred VanVleet guarding Steph Curry now. Good pass.
Wow, hook pass off the bounce. And Post missed badly with the left hand.
That's one where Post probably should have caught it off the catch, or shot it off the catch. He's made more threes than 2 this year. He's just not a great finisher around the basket.
Good defense by Kuminga to get the stop. Jonathan Kuminga getting the start. If you're just joining us, inside Green, partially blocked by Şengün. New whistle.
He's upset going after the official. That's going to be a technical.
Oh yeah, he earned that one. VanVleet makes the free. Thompson out top.
Guarded by Quentin Post.
Şengün trying to post up. It goes to the wing. Brooks guarded by Curry. Boy, Curry almost took it away from him. Good help by Green. The teams used to target him more frequently on the defensive end, but not so much anymore. Thompson missed the scoop shot. Draymond Green with a rebound.
Well, how about that second jump by Thompson?
That pass deflected out of bounds. Green brings it across. He only had 5 points in that first half. Coming off that 38 piece in game 2. Being hounded by Kuminga. Shot clock down to 7 already. Green playing with his food. Finds Şengün. And a fortuitous bounce. Ends up in the bucket.
Well, that spot has been good for Houston. Thompson got that little shorty right around the free throw line. Now Şengün.
Curry whips it cross court to Kuminga. He drives the closeout and lays it home with the left. Brooks claiming he got hit in the jaw. Jalen Green on the bounce, working against Podziemski.
But Green has not been able to get untracked in this game.
And a soft touch by Şengün. Make it 56-48. He has 9 in the game. Good contest by Thompson. Got a piece of that. It goes right to Kuminga against Green. 10 on the shot clock. Şengün coming with help. Tough spacing right now for Curry. Drives it into the lane. Got it! Man, the Giant Slayer.
Just spun off the contact, got right in the middle of the lane.
Green snakes the screen inside. Missed the shot, no whistle.
This is where Draymond Green loves to look for Steph Curry.
Curry trying to come off the pin. Good active hands by Jalen Green. Into the corner, Kuminga with 7 on the shot clock. Working against VanVleet. That's the type of imperious move Kerr desires from Kuminga.
Left hand drive and then spun off the contact with that athleticism and explosiveness.
Thompson against Post. Good defense by Post, but Tip's getting his rhythm. 17 in the game. Green left that short. Post with a good block out and rebound.
But Quentin Post has had some good minutes in this game. He's done a good job defensively on the glass. Just needs to finish some plays.
Oh, Curry got a bird in the sky. Knocked down the 3.
He is doubly dangerous.
Warriors to within 1. Green almost turned it over.
Jimmy, you get the shimmy.
Green on the bounce against Kuminga. Here's Brooks. 5 on the shot clock. Thompson against Post. Tough pass inside. Rebounded by Draymond Green, and Golden State can take the lead here.
Boy, what a reaction by Draymond Green to pick that out of the air.
Post with the lob, and there's the lead. Draymond Green. Right now.
Well, defensively, Golden State's done a really good job on Şengün and also on Jalen Green. And give credit to Quentin Post. He's guarding Amen Thompson. He's done a great job on the glass with 9 rebounds.
Shot clock down to 6. VanVleet pocket pass. Thompson inside. Şengün couldn't get the offensive rebound. And Jay, you pointed out a moment ago, Post has been pretty good on the glass so far.
Yeah, that's his 10th rebound. And his defense along with Draymond Green has been really good.
Kuminga forces up the shot. Couldn't quite get his own rebound. Houston pushing the pace the other way. VanVleet.
But for the most part, Golden State's taken Houston completely out of transition.
Podziemski trying to draw the foul. Can't. Got hit right in the jawbone. And Houston regains the lead, 58-57.
Yeah, the more Houston goes to Şengün, I think the better their offense will be.
Here's Kuminga off the post screen. Şengün switches onto him.
But Post was wide open for a three after that screening action.
Kuminga's got to get busy, takes it to the rack. Green for three. And Post almost got another. I don't think it was the gas station sushi, but might have been a close to it.
Well, Houston's known for its sushi.
Curry double teamed. Green has to pull. Left it on the front rim, gets it back. Here's Buddy Hield for three. Boy, that line drive never had a chance.
Boy, so many times you get an open three off an offensive rebound. That's been a big part of the offense for Golden State in this game. But Buddy Hield's not going to get a more wide open shot than that.
Green for three, that comes off. Good block out by Draymond Green.
Well, Draymond Green has to work so hard when he's guarding a five-man. It's got to be so taxing for him.
Curry one more to Post. Got by Şengün. Sprays it out to Payton. One more to Hield. 8 on the shot clock. Buddy playing with it on the bounce. Boots it out of bounds. It'll pass up a good shot. Bad things happen in the aftermath.
Especially an open three. You pass up an open three, you're just giving yourself a chance to turn it over.
Hield switches on to Van Vliet. From the dunker spot, Şengün embracing his bounce. And the lead is back up to 3. Şengün with 13.
And once you give up that straight line drive, you're going to draw multiple defenders, and Şengün took advantage of it.
Curry puts up the shot and he play the game with more joy. A rare missed free throw by Curry. The margin still at 1. And Vliet has found his offensive footing here tonight against Golden State. Pocket pass to Şengün against Looney. The jump hook is short. Rebounded by Curry on the move. 3 on 2. He pulls for 3. Hield with the rebound. And blocked underneath out of bounds. On the exit screen, Curry open. Knocks it home. Steph Curry looked at his wrist and... Adams with the ball screen. Van Vliet snakes it. Louis switches onto him. Smith from the corner, and he silences the crowd.
Good shooter.
Smith Jr. has shot it well today.
He's rounding back into form. He was out for a long time after starting the first 33.
Oh, wow. Steph hit the hydraulics. Slam the...
For Jabari Smith Jr. to have to try to stay in front of Steph Curry. You'd think that length would bother him, but he just did the flyby.
Oh, Jalen Green with a nice sidestep move for the layup after a lethargic beginning.
Yeah, he started 1 of 6. He's 9 of 12 since. The keeper.
Payton high off the window.
They moved everybody basically to the right. Got it in the middle to Gary Payton Jr. with Curry coming off to the right.
Hold them. They know they're blitzing them, so if we can get out and make it available easier for Steph to get the ball out and make plays in the pocket, I think we'll be all right.
Your coach told me at halftime that the way you win this game is defense. It's the way you got back in this game. What's the most important aspect defensively?
Get stops.
All right, simple as that.
Simple.
All right, good luck. Thank you. All right, guys, back to you.
Draymond Green with a spinning layup to tie the game at 71.
Well, that was a designed action, and you're so worried about that split action that Draymond Green had one-on-one in the post and was really aggressive getting to that left shoulder.
Curry staring down Brooks, now double teamed with Adams. They put 2 on the ball. Green from the free throw line. Finds Curry, sprays it out. Moody, sidestep 3 for the lead. Got it!
Green and Steph Curry have such an amazing connection with one another.
Thompson from 14, way strong. Post tipped it to Curry. Smart play by Quentin Post, who has a career-high rebounds. Pulls the 3, that's way off. And rebounded by Adams. Post has shot the 3 ball well this year for Golden State. Van Vliet off the screen. Thompson with another opportunity. Again, it's Van Vliet. They'll get 3 for a quarter here. Brooks tries it. Got it.
They give him that many.
10.5 to go. We're knotted at 74. Royal Ivy screaming out defensive instructions. Green knocked to the court. Here's Moody. One more to the corner. Hield. Post with the rebound.
Got away with a push.
Here he is for 3. Well, the basketball gods didn't reward him, Jay. I guess that's the way it works sometimes. Van Vliet with the hezzy. Smith from its favorite spot cashes out.
Pass by Fred Van Vliet on that baseline drive. Steph Curry just couldn't recover quick enough to get to Jabari Smith Jr.
Steph on the cross, the three on the way, got it. The stare down three was for Steph Curry.
It's not like these are anywhere near open or easy shots. I mean, that was good defense by Dylan Brooks.
Thompson inside. Green with good verticality. They get a reset on the shot clock to 14. Brooks on Curry.
I actually thought Green fouled him.
Oh, and Curry took Brooks's cornbread there. Launching to three. Hield chasing down the loose. NBA history. Green gambling for the steal.
Him any space when he's been in the game.
See how long he sits. He's their leading scorer during the regular season. Brooks out top. Curry switches on to him. Brooks made the last one, not so much this time. Steven Adams, the best offensive rebounder.
Well, there's your point about not being able to move him. There's no way Quentin Post was going to knock him off that spot.
Curry draws two. Hield. Got it. Little buddy ball in.
Finding people. That could have been a swing situation into the corner, but Buddy Hield with his feet set was fantastic shooting.
That was his fifth three. Post up at the level on the ball screen. Van Vliet on the Nash dribble. He sits.
Gary Payton coming into the game, and he's taking Jalen Green. Really good defender, excellent hands.
Green inside, lost it, and it comes out to Hield. Adams picks up Hield in transition. Great hands by Steven Adams. He peeled Hield. Stayed employed the Hackett Adams.
Since Steven Adams, he's actually knocked down, what is it, 4 of 6
What about that?
Zone look right now for Houston.
Trying to keep Podziemski on the sideline. Moody temporarily open. Here's Post from 15. Soft touch for the bucket. Boy, what a ton. That was his first field goal, but his rebounding has been clutch.
Yeah, he's got 11 rebounds in this game, and he's been very active. A few assists.
Adams. The dribble handoff to Brooks.
Nice job by Podziemski to get around in front.
Shot clock at 3, now 2. Şengün with a fadeaway, missed everything. Adams underneath, and a shot clock.
Possible.
See what Steve Kerr dials up out of the timeout. Podziemski punctures the lane and
Decisions, bad fouls.
Indiana, Milwaukee at 9:30. For one of these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app.
How good has Jaden McDaniels of the Timberwolves been in that Lakers-Wolves series? Just had 30 the other night. He was great in game 1.
Anthony Edwards with a great stat line and leadership as well in that win against the Lakers.
Got the switch now.
Moody tapped it away. Shot clock at 1. Van Vliet got it off. Put it on the rim, but Moody takes it away.
Well, excellent help by Kevon Looney on that play when Moody switched off onto Şengün. Looney made it really difficult.
Moody at the other end. Jalen Green will bring it up. Green so far with 9 points in the ball game. Şengün back out to Brooks. He pulls it and rattles it down for 3. Houston back up by.
To pick up Şengün. And Şengün made a really good pass to Dylan Brooks for that 3.
Curry shakes free of Eason. On the roll, Payton inside, lays it home.
You can just slip out of it because you know everybody's staying with Curry.
Crazy how often he pulls 2 or 3 guys to him, Jay.
And that's why it's so difficult without Jimmy Butler. He draws defenders as well.
Coach Royal Ivy sat him down. 8 in game 2.
He's only got 9 in this one, but I'll tell you, Mark, the free throw line has been a tough spot for Houston in this game. They're 12 of 22.
Leaving some food on the table. Payton inside. Hit Payton on. Not just with his teammates, but People in the front office well liked, despite the villainous persona on court.
Great guy to have on your team. Not fun to play against. He had a great career at Oregon. Took them to the Final Four under Dana Altman.
Shot clock at 7 for Curry on Green. Jalen Green. Wow, what a pass. Payton got it. A dime drop for the ages by Curry.
He turned in midair. A 180 to get that to Gary Payton in the right corner.
Brooks out top against Podziemski. Turns the corner. Green with the block.
A great defense by Draymond Green as the low man coming off Şengün to block that shot.
High ball screen by Payton for Curry. Steph against Thompson. Şengün. Step back by Curry. And it comes off. Payton chasing down the loose ball. Another chance for the Warriors. Green gets by Brooks. A slip screen by Payton and a bucket.
Yeah, great execution by Golden State.
There's a reason why Terry Stotts, who runs Kerr's offense, was smiling there on the bench. Lead is at 6. Green for 3. Rebounded by Payton. He scored the last 9 in a row for the Warriors.
I'm not sure that was the shot that Houston wanted. Would have liked to have seen him get the ball inside to Şengün.
Payton on the wing against Smith. Curry against Green. 6 on the shot clock for 3. Wet. It's wet.
That looked like the Papa shot we just showed.
It sure was. A bank goes in by Şengün. With under 3 minutes to go, the lead is at 7.
The Golden State really doing a good job of spreading the floor.
Podziemski draws the hit. 76% free throw shooter. When we're playing these non-Steph minutes together, be confident, be yourself, and let it fly.
One of the places he makes an impact is on defense. He stays in front, draws a lot of charges, gets a lot of loose balls.
Thompson cross court, Van Vliet for 3. Knocks it home. 6.
Boy, Podziemski on that, just praising his defense. Kind of got caught in no man's land a little bit, had to recover back.
Green on the bounce out top. They run an inverted pick and roll. Here's Podziemski from 15. Got the roll. There's the cop. 2 minutes to play here in game 3.
When Curry cuts, he just clears out so much space, and Podziemski took advantage of it.
Thompson into Şengün. Green with the block.
Everything else, but he just keeps that body in between Şengün and the basket, just makes everything difficult in this series against this Houston defense.
Green out front. This year with the Rockets, the number 2 seed. Green on the drive, out to Hield. Shot clock at 7, and that's Şengün inside, left it short. I tell you what, Draymond Green has been in his head a little bit tonight.
Well, it's just remarkable that he can contest that shot and then get back and grab that rebound. Well, I thought Steve Kerr was going to snap an Achilles jumping up and down, telling Steph Curry to get it across court.
Curry off glass, hit the side of the backboard. Shot clock at 3. Podziemski missed everything. Curry. So Houston has to work expeditiously here. Down by 8. Van Vliet with the lob. Thompson with the catch. Missed it and got the putback to go. It's a 6-point game. And that's the guy that Golden State wants handling the ball. Best free throw shooter in the association. Steph Curry, what a screen by Green. Şengün ran into him, and it comes off to Van Vliet in transition. Knocked away, Green with the steal. Payton, room service. Thompson had it knocked away. Swarming Warriors deep.
We just talked about what he did for Gary Payton.
Everybody else involved.
Jalen.
So Golden State, without Jimmy Butler, folks, will win this game and go up 2-1 in the series. Game 4 will be Monday night. And this is a huge win on so many levels for Golden State, because Butler gets to heal